Hello, I am in Pacific Northwest. This is my permaculture attempt. It's my red Russian kale. You got my dog in the bottom right corner. The bees are loving the flowers here. They're everywhere. This is a jostaberry. It's a very sad little strawberry down here. It's one leaf. Hopefully it'll feel better later. I have some nepeta growing in the corner here, which is catnip. I have a lady's mantle and a hosta that came with the house. Some daylilies back there. Poppies are doing great. Have some chopped and dropped weed mulch going on here. I planted a ton of seeds and on March 29th and April 12th we had a freeze, so they all died. But I planted again. We'll see how it goes. Let's look at the other bed. This is 3 plants together. We have helenium, which is ornamental, that makes sunflower-like flowers. It's getting eaten alive right here, but hopefully it'll make it. And then we have potatoes from last year that came back. And then we have a lemon balm, which is doing great. I had to move it from another bed where it was dying, and it likes it here much better. Over there's some oregano. This is a big leaf magnolia that came with the house. Some strawberries. These aren't very good strawberries. I may replace them eventually, but they're pretty for now. This is my garlic. I'm very proud of it. It's looking beautiful. Just a few of them. And this guy is a parsnip. He's huge. I'm gonna get some seeds from that one so I can make some more of him, because he's one of the only ones that survived. I'm using the chives a lot. Here's a seedling that came from a Bartlett pear that we ate, and I tried a ton of them and only a few survived, but this one is doing great. He's hanging out. And I don't know if you can see the chive buds, but we had these in an omelet the other day and they were delicious, like little bulb onions in the omelet. So I'll definitely do that again. There's Robin hanging out on top of the chop and drop. And that's Eric. Came up with the camera solution for me.
Hello. It's a steady cam.
This is my lime tree. It's really sad. All the leaves are curly. It is producing limes, but leaves are really sad and dry. We just repotted it, so hopefully it'll be a little happier in its new spot. I have wood at the bottom here. I have 2 big chunks of wood and some forest dirt mixed in with some soil building compost. I've seeded with clover seeds, yarrow, and some other things. So hopefully that will take off and look better in the future. I have two others, a lemon and a lime, and they have mini hugels in their pots, and they're doing much better than this one. So I don't know what the deal is with this one, but hopefully it'll perk up. It's out in the sun. Maybe it just wanted some more sun. Good luck, lemon. This is my alkaline bed. I have a garlic here that's doing really good, but then my goji berries barely made it through the winter. So I'm probably going to move it up to a sunnier spot for next winter on the other hillside. But they're still alive. Got some good growth coming back, so not dead yet. And then here's my thyme. It's also very sad looking, but still alive. This side is doing much better than the other side. I don't know why that would be. There's another garlic. And the other goji berry that's just as sad. It did not like it either. It's all sticks. All sticks. But plenty of chop and drop and mulch here. This is from the pond. It's just sitting on top and didn't decompose as well as I had hoped, but it's keeping the soil nice and cool. I have this ornamental strawberry going as a ground cover, so hopefully that'll help too. And there's a native thimbleberry that should get nice and big and bushy. And that is a honey locust. I thought it was dead, but it's coming back. That's that bed. Okay, this is the strawberry bed. There's lots of strawberries in here. Lots of weeds too. That's a clover though, so it's nitrogen fixing for me. I'm not too worried about that one. It's another strawberry. Strawberry. They're all over. Some garlic mixed in to help repel pests and to repel the deer. The deer love this spot and they've eaten every single one of the tulips that I put around the edge here. They just love the tulips. So I tried to plant some asparagus and rhubarb in here, but I planted them at the same time as the freeze and I don't think they are gonna make it. So try that again next year, but the strawberries are looking good. This is an Italian prune plum and an Asian pear.
That one has pears.
And a cherry down there, kind of leaning. And then there's an apple behind that. You can't really see it down there. But all these are gonna get better gills than what they have right now. They just have grass at the bottom. I planted some chives by the apple this morning. And there's some catnip, but mostly they just have grass, which needs to get removed. But they're doing pretty good. This is their very first springtime. This is an Imperial Epinus plum. Has some great leaves. But it definitely needs a guild. It's very sad all by itself. That's the cherry. It has a graft section in the middle down there that doesn't have any branches on it. But it did have 2 or 3 different kinds of cherries on this one cherry tree. So we'll see if we can get some more branches to grow a little lower. And then here's an Akane apple. And it's its first year.
Oh, it has flowers. So it will actually have some apples.
Yeah, seems happy. And there's a pile of rocks for snakes, so snakes will eat all my slugs. Have some strawberry ground cover growing there. There's a nepeta over there. Another one at the back. And I planted a bunch of seeds, but again they died, so I'll try again. I've done a little bit of cleaning up the grass, but it could use some more. And hopefully those guild plants will help me keep on top of that a little better. So this is my rubble garden. This was totally covered with concrete not too long ago. And we scraped off the concrete, but there's still quite a bit just crunched up on the surface. But despite that, got some parsnips that made it through that are doing good. And a ton of radishes back there that are all going to bloom.
Those are turnips.
There's turnips and radishes mixed in over there. And we'll get some seeds from those. So that's exciting. And over here, we raked up the concrete and put some forest dirt on top as a mulch and planted a bunch of seeds. It was later after the frost, so hopefully those will come up and take over this bed. They've got a lot of weeds going right now, just asters from last year. Got some dockweed, some plantain, lots of dandelions, swordleaf plantain. Some more parsnips. Got some chamomile, made it from last year, and it's doing pretty good. I hope that takes off and I have to start pulling it out as chop and drop. And here are the chickens. They're in a poop and run setup right now. We hope to expand it so that it is a whole line of them all the way across, and so they'll have a little more to eat during their time. They really want to come out and eat all the garden right now, and I don't blame them. They got nothing in there. So that's a beginning of a hugelkultur, and it's right now it's snake habitat, newt habitat, but it will eventually become a hugel once I get it piled up a little more. And then the chicken coop will wrap around it, and we'll put another one over there. We'll end up with 4 of them, all in the 15 by 21 size that they have now. So we'll end up with a paddock shift system, and it has a roof. It's fully enclosed, so they will be safe. We've lost 2 chickens and a dog and a cat so far with our predator pressure, so that's been really hard. And the chickens are safe where they are now, and we're planning to get some livestock guardian dogs, right, Eric?
Maybe.
Yeah, so that's the idea. Mr. Belvedere is a really mean rooster, and I want to eat him, but he's really good at protecting the ladies. I have this broom here is very handy for keeping him from eating my legs, because he will just fly at me and attack my legs if I hang out too much. Belina is the blonde one. She's a delicate flower. And then this is Pepper and Freckle. And they're barred rocks. We're really excited to come out. I'm not going to let you out. Not right now. It's Mr. Belvedere, his beautiful tail. So hopefully next time I make a video we'll have another coop and they'll be able to eat some things that grow in their coop, because nothing is growing in there right now. It's the rubble garden. We planted a ton of arugula last year, and these all self-seeded and came up on their own. It's a great, has a great tap root, and it's delicious in salads, and we've been eating a lot of that, so hopefully it'll do that again for next year and keep coming back, because we love it. This is a cabbage that is growing in the rubble, and it's going to flower right now. Didn't really cabbage, but it survived, and I think I'm gonna get some seeds from it and keep it going, because it's a survivor. Then behind there we have some buttercup in flower and some raspberries. I haven't cut out the old canes from last year, but they are looking pretty good. Not going to be as tall as last year, but this will be their first full year here, so I'm not too surprised at that. I've mulched them 2 times with a foot of mulch, and it just melted right in, and I have to mulch them again. And we had tomatoes in these pots last year, so we haven't planted them again, but we'll get those going pretty soon here. We have this deer fence set up that has been working very well. It's hard to get in and out of though, so I think I would do the door differently next time. But that's the raspberries. So for the chickens, that hanging purple bucket is filled with roadkill and a chicken carcass from our dinner. And we put that up there as a maggot creation station, and drilled holes in the side, and it's hanging from a string so the mice can't get into it. And there's holes in the bottom so any moisture can drain out so it doesn't develop botulism. And it's been doing really good. The chickens really like the maggots and they're eating them as fast as they can fall. I haven't noticed any fly problem because of it. I was a little worried about that, but they've been eating them so fast, and it's a really nice addition to their diet. It's really gross if you have to open it up and add something, but I haven't had to add a whole lot. One carcass is a lot of flies for a long time. What is it, like every 3 months we need to add something?
I don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
But one roadkill possum is enough to fill the bucket.
Yeah, one roadkill possum is all we need.
Over harvested the possums.
Yeah, we had to throw a possum in the forest because it wouldn't fit. But yeah, it doesn't take much, and the chickens are loving it. I came out here at 4 in the morning once and there were maggots all over the ground, and because the chickens hadn't been out here to eat them, and as soon as they get up in the morning they have fresh snack and they eat them all. That piece of metal there is to kind of catch them so they don't go straight into the ground and make flies overnight.
Ben! Did he go back? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's hiding over in the wood, in the grass, in the shade.